Welcome back to Me Personally Podcast. This is your host, Immanuel. I'm here with
your boy Johnny Jack. Yes, sir. We in here. Back at it.
And last time we were here, I only got one thing to say. 3 words. All about the mitt. All hail Michigan right there with the 34-13 win over Washington. Let a naysayer know. That's what Jalen Milroe said. Let a naysayer know. Man, like I said, all year long, this team of destiny, the NCAA, has been trying their best to put down Michigan, put down Jim Harbaugh and the Michigan Wolverines. They couldn't do it. We overpowered. Like I said, we were going to dominate off the run. And who did it? Blake Corum and Donovan Edwards, the running back duo. Everything I said was right. I thought it would be a little more competitive, but that Michigan D-line, they weren't even blitzing. They was just dominating against it.
Mm-hmm.
Number 73, he need to be cut from Washington. But, hey, I'm just saying, this college football playoffs was interesting. The game was actually interesting. It wasn't like a TCU versus Georgia blowout. It was still a blowout, but it wasn't until like the fourth quarter when Michael Penix Jr. threw 2 interceptions. But what was your reaction from the game?
Let me just say this. Texas was supposed to lose to Washington, but Texas would have put up a better fight than Washington did. Michigan was supposed to win the Natty this year. They definitely deserved it. I mean, as you can see. It was just a dominant win. Like, their defense was dominant. Can't stop that run. I guess Washington has never seen power or inside zone before.
HB dive.
So, they've never seen that play before. I guess they don't play enough Madden or something. I don't know. But shout out Michigan, man. Hopefully the Harbaugh family can be on top this 2024, man. We'll see come February, but hey, they deserved it.
Mm-hmm. The real question is Jim Harbaugh going to leave for the NFL?
I don't think so, bro. I don't think so.
I feel like he has it right at the NCAA, but it seemed like the NCAA been trying to push him out of the NCAA for a long time, so I won't be surprised. The Chargers looks good. People have been saying the Raiders, but the Raiders look like they're going to have their guy with Antonio Pierce. We got the Falcons. We got the soon-to-be Eagles.
Facts.
Yeah. So we'll see. I feel like he's going to go to the Chargers. It'll also be smart for him to go to the Falcons. Like, I'll go to teams. The Chargers, they have a quarterback. He said he loves Justin Herbert, but I'll also say the Falcons will look nice too because, you got all those weapons. You can draft your guy. People been saying wherever his team goes, he's going to draft J.J. McCarthy. So he can just draft J.J. McCarthy, even though, I'm not saying J.J. McCarthy is a great talent. I'm just saying he's going to draft his guy.
Yeah.
And have a dominant offense with the Falcons. What other teams? The Seahawks are also available. He used to have heated rivalries against the Seahawks. He can build that program back up and have dominant games against the 49ers, get his revenge against the 49ers for letting him go. I'm trying to think about other teams that are open right now.
The Ravens can use an assistant.
Work for your brother. See, that's the last straw. I would never work for my brother.
You don't think he would want to work with John Harbaugh?
He probably would, but he come from being a head coach of a national champions to a assistant coach.
He would. I'm not saying like immediately, but down the road, I feel like they should team up and see what they can do. Put two brains together. It would be pretty cool to see.
Yeah, but hey, we all know Jim Harbaugh can coach in the NFL. Yeah. We all know that. So it all depends. Would we rather coach in the NCAA or coach in the NFL?
Yeah.
Because there's definitely the difference between coaching in the NFL. In the NFL, you're having the same guys come back. It's not like you're getting a new roster every year, new coach, a new recruit. You have to recruit new players every year. In the NFL, you basically get the same roster. You make a couple trades, a couple pickups, a couple draft picks, but you basically get the same people for at least 3 to 5 years. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But speaking about coaches, finally, Saban retired. I'm just saying. Hey, he did a good job, but hey, we don't have to hear no more toothless Alabama fans saying "Roll Tide." The dynasty's over.
You think
It,
it's over, bro?
it's over. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
it's
People,
sad
Isaiah
to say, but yeah, it's over with. Uh, yeah, I don't think
Isaiah
they're not gonna be able to do it without him, bro.
Isaiah Bond left for the transfer portal,
Mm-hmm.
which he can, even though the transfer portal is closed right now. If players, coaches retire or leave, so Bond took advantage of the NCAA that gives players on a team who lose their head coach a 30-day window to enter their name in the transfer portal without penalty and retain immediate eligibility with his name officially in the transfer portal within 30 days. He does not need to make a decision on a new school within the 30 days window. But if Bond declares he wants to return to Alabama to their new coach, I'll get to that later, he could return. So,
They only took one day to get a new coach.
mm-hmm.
L, I'm sorry, but it's an L pickup, bro. A L pick. Do you know to fill Nick Saban's shoes, bro? I don't agree with the
Hey,
pickup, bro. I don't agree with it.
how about he's messing up my stream. All right, but I think it's a solid pickup. Like he shown the Washington coach Kylon showed that he can coach on any given level. Now he has a team where he has as much resources. Uh, they have the history. Players want to play for Alabama, but we'll see if people want to play for Alabama or play for Nick Saban. We'll see that in a couple of days, but. Hey, he showed that he can coach anywhere. His record shows 106 wins, 11 losses. I like the pickup. It's better than getting Lane Kiffin. I'm not a huge fan of Lane Kiffin, so I'm
Yeah,
glad he didn't go after Lane Kiffin. Alabama.
I was hoping he was going to get a coach from like a
Mhm.
a ACC or another. I don't know. I just wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, but I kind of feel bad for the Washington fans losing their coach just like that. Like, imagine
Yeah.
Oklahoma State has a great year, and then we were just close away, and then Mike Gundy just up and vanish, and you're just left in the dark.
Mm.
So like
Kind of what
2011.
Lincoln Riley did.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of
Like
what Lincoln
imagine,
Riley did.
imagine in 2011 after that great year, he just left.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. So hey, sometimes you just gotta find that loyal coach. You thought you found the guy to help you lead your team for the next 20 years. You make the big jump from the Pac-12 to Big Ten. Now you're going to the Big Ten without a head coach.
Mm-hmm.
It's not looking pretty dark. And we got players who are transferring from Washington or going to the draft. Shout out Jabbar Muhammad, come back home to Oklahoma State. You don't think so? He's gonna come back?
He gonna go to Bama with his coach, bro.
Some people say Texas.
You think so? He gonna go be with his cousin?
Yeah.
I can see it.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that.
I feel like as an Oklahoma State alum, he's not gonna do that. He's gonna go back. He's gonna go to Bama. He can't just go to Texas, Even though,
I think he just was like, yeah, we're not running it back here at Washington. That was
yeah,
like a
really.
once in a lifetime opportunity, so might as well pack my bags and hope for the best. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but let's transition to Before we transition to the NFL, who do you think is going to win the national championship next year?
We calling it this early?
Yeah, I want to see how early you can get it.
Bro, I I don't even know. I'm not even look. I can't. I don't even think I can see that far into the
Mm.
future. What, next January? Man, there's really, bro. The national championship is up for grabs, bro. Honestly.
See, you know what I'm going to say? It's going to hurt me to say it's really hurt me, but the way they've been bringing back some players, bringing in some transfers, bringing in these recruits, it's going to be OSU. It's just,
Ohio State.
I'm talking about both OSU. I'm being biased with Oklahoma State, but it's really Ohio State. Ohio State looks like they're going to win the national championship the way they've been bringing back these recruits. Michigan's going to be losing a lot of players. Penn State, the frauds. Okay, let's just say Penn State's are frauds.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be Ohio State. They're playing the Big Ten. They're going to win the Big Ten. They don't do they play? I don't think they play Penn State, but I'm just saying this is Ohio State's perfect chance. While Michigan's weak at the moment, post championship clock,
Yeah.
this is their chance. 12-team playoff. They're bringing back players. They're bringing in Will Howard. They brought in the running back from Ole Miss. They brought in their old running back who was supposed to go to the draft. He's supposed to be the third running back off the board, but he decided no, come back for his senior year, try to run his back. Similar to how Michigan did last year, how all their players, all their seniors decided to run it back. So, and this is Ryan Day's last chance. If Ryan Day does not get the job with this roster, this is a strong roster like his rosters like years before. But this is still a strong roster. If he does not get this job done, his job is done.
Give it
Like
back to
it's
Urban
got
Meyer.
you gotta
Give
get
it back
out.
to
You gotta
Urban
get out
Meyer.
of here. Like bro, like I see all those memes of those Urban Meyer passing the controller to Ryan Day and him just messing up, and that's how basic it is. But
Yeah.
like, hey, he can't not mess this up. Like bro, he brought in the defensive coordinator. He has the offense. How
He
is he?
he. That's true. Ohio State has everything that they need to win. They have
He
everything that they need.
They get the better recruits than Michigan, but how has Michigan for the past 3 years been Ohio State every single year? I'm just saying, I'm a Michigan fan, so like it's just actually frustrating to watch Ohio State sometimes because hey, they'll blow out all these teams, but when it comes to Michigan, they couldn't get over the jump. And last year, they should have been in the calls in the championship last year, but
Yeah.
then their kicker sold. They're sold. It
Yeah.
should have been Ohio State versus Michigan last year, but both teams still at the end. So
Yeah.
let me
That's true.
stop my little rant right there. But I
That is
think
true.
Next year Ohio State's gonna win national championship game.
Honestly,
I'm
honestly,
not an Ohio State fan.
that's not that's a great take. Honestly, that's a great take. I think I'm gonna have to agree with that. I'm gonna have to agree with that take. And man, it's gonna hurt to say this. It's gonna hurt to say this.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
I was really excited.
I think Texas got another shot, bro.
I was thinking the same thing. Same thing. Texas also a good team. If they can just figure out how to get over the jump, like literally, there was a touchdown away from
Yeah,
making national championship game. If
they got
Texas would,
they.
if
We say
Texas can
it
figure
every
out,
year. We say it just like how we've been saying it about Ohio State. We say the same thing about Texas. They've been having they just got to get over the hump, bro. It's just they
it's
got a
just
shot every year, every single year.
it just seemed like it's the same script with Texas. They'll have all these impressive wins like over Alabama, but then lose to OU, or if they beat OU, they'll lose to Oklahoma State. Besides
Mm.
last year getting in the Big 12, Oklahoma State has been beating them for the past 5 years, 5 or 6 years. This year, they actually handle business, handles the demons, and beat Oklahoma State. But then they lose. But then they also lose to OU. They could have been undefeated, but they lose to OU, who's compared to OU in Texas. Texas has the stronger team, the more 5 stars, like the top recruits. Who, like, bro? Let's be honest. If I was a 5-star recruit, where would I want to go to? Norman, Oklahoma, or Austin, Texas? Austin,
Why
Texas.
wouldn't you want to
It's
play for the Longhorns? I say that.
like,
I literally say that all the time. Why wouldn't you want to play for Texas if you were 5-star, bro?
mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. They got.
It's
We
just
say it every year, but they definitely got a chance, bro. I could see them trying to run
mhm.
it back in.
Like I said, OU's going to struggle in the SEC, but Texas, hey, Texas gonna might run the SEC. I'm not gonna lie, especially
Yeah.
bringing back Quinn Ewers. Quinn Ewers is coming back. If they keep that defense strong, stay consistent, limit turnovers, they can win
Now,
national
now that
championship.
now that Nick Saban is going, I think OU feels like they definitely have a chance of competing in the SEC,
Hmm.
especially that first. What they played them? What, the first game of the season? Second game
What,
of the season? OU
Texas?
versus Bama.
I think so. I know OU plays Temple first game.
Okay, so they play Bama the second.
Hmm.
It's like one of their first games on their schedule. So I feel like
Hmm.
OU definitely feels like they have an opportunity to compete in the SEC. But I feel like Texas is going. I think they're gonna dominate, and they might mess around and make the college football playoffs. And
Hmm.
like I said, they got a chance of winning it. If I agree with Ohio State take too, but as much as I hate to say it, bro, Texas is just
Hmm.
as good.
I hate saying both of those teams. Like those teams, 2 teams I don't like, fan bases I don't like, but they've been able to bring in the roster. If they can just finally get the coaching right, finally get all the pieces right, get the demons out of their heads, they're gonna
Mm-hmm.
win it all. They're gonna win it all. But let's transition to the NFL. We were talking about head coaching, leaving, firings, and stuff like this. Not three, 2 coaches retire, big legendary coaches. First off, Pete Carroll for the Seattle Seahawks, and Bill Belichick and the Patriots decided to part ways. Well, not retire. Both teams decided to part ways. I mean, we don't want you here, old man. Go somewhere
Yeah.
else. That's what they basically said. So, what's up? I mean, we saw the Patriots hire former linebacker, All Pro linebacker. What was his name again? Uh, Gerard Mayo,
Mm-hmm.
37-year-old youngest head coach. I like to pick up, hire someone within the organization that players will love. It worked for the Lions. It worked for the what's it, for the Texans, and see it work for the Patriots. You just got sometimes when you have these old head coaches, and sometimes you gotta let them go and bring in someone young. You saw it work with the Rams, saw it work with the Lions, saw it with the Texans. Like I said, I like this hiring. What's your thoughts about this hiring for the Patriots?
I like it too, and you can see the Raiders too. Even the Raiders,
Mm-hmm.
uh, it's working pretty well. I mean, I like the pickup. I'm excited to see what he's going to do in New England.
Mm-hmm.
It was time for the Belichick has his own system, and Belichick wants it done the Belichick way. But I think it was time for a change, and I'm excited to see what the change is going to be in New England. So hopefully he get the job done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but hey, what's up next for the Seahawks? Who do you think the Seahawks should bring in as their head coach?
That's also a good question. I wouldn't be surprised if they bring up somebody from, ooh, excuse me, the college football level, or who knows? I mean,
Hey, I feel like they should go with a similar move as the Patriots, bringing with someone within the organization who used to be in the Seahawks colors. I'm not saying bring up a star player from the Legion of Boom, but hey,
mhm.
maybe have some assistant coaches from the Legion of Boom that bring back that mindset they had back in the days, because that's what the problem is. I'll say about my team, hey, we're losing our mindset about how we should be as a team. And that's what the Seahawks are kind of losing. They're losing their mindset. That defense is losing their mindset. There's no way the offense should be better than the defense,
Yeah,
but
facts.
it is. And I feel like the
That's
Seahawks
that's the
need to.
Seahawks' identity. Their identity is their defense. So
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if once they lose sight of that, it's gonna be over with.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be all bad. And yeah, like you said, they do need to bring in somebody with a different type of mindset to help them get back on track.
Yeah, but are you looking for a job? Because the Buffalo Bills are hiring.
Hiring, I just seen that they're paying people $20 an hour to shovel snow, bro. Boy, I
Hey,
get out there with my ski
hey,
mask on and
people,
my coat
people,
so fast.
bro, people in the comment section, that's minimum wage. Hey, in the South, that's not minimum wage. That's,
Twenty
hey, I'm
dollars an
out
hour?
$20 an hour and free food. Hey,
Well, where I'm
got me sold
from,
right there.
where we from, hey, that's some money right there.
You
What they say, yes, massa.
got. Sorry, massa. Let me get right to shoveling. Oh no, we're canceled for that one.
Nah, for real.
Bro, hey, I would shovel snow for $20 an hour. And like, hey, there might be a chance to get tickets to the game. Hey.
Hey, I'm gonna bury myself in some snow and pop out when the game starts.
Hey. hmm Yeah, but speaking about the game, who you got winning that game? Steelers versus Bills.
I want to say Pittsburgh. I want Pittsburgh to win so bad. I want them to win so bad. But then again, I don't want to see them in the playoffs. So, uh, really, I don't want to see the Bills either. But I'm gonna go. Buffalo is gonna win this game.
I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh. I'm gonna go with Mason Rudolph, man. You know, you gotta believe in the Rudolph, man.
Yeah,
Oklahoma State legend. You know, I will bet my house on Mason Rudolph. No
bet
bias.
your house. Oh,
Yes. Good thing I don't own a house.
bro said. Bro said he put all his chips on. All the
I
chips
put
on
I
Mason
put all
Rudolph.
my chips out there. Sadly, I don't have no chips. So, but but they are monitoring the situation. They might be moving the game to Cleveland if the snowstorm gets worse.
Mm.
But weather warning for Miami too. It seemed like the wild card match would be extremely dangerous on Saturday. Cold temperature. The wind will be negative 35 degrees. So it's going
Mm-hmm.
to be like one of the coldest games in history. So at my point, I already see this. This is a win for the Chiefs because the Dolphins aren't used to this weather.
Yeah. I think I got Kansas City winning this one too.
Mm-hmm. And this
Is
the
it?
Dolphins really sold themselves. They could have been playing at home against the Bills, wouldn't have to worry about the cold. But
Mm-hmm.
now they have to go down to Kansas City, play against a Chiefs team that seems really determined right now after losing a lot of games. People are already writing their names off, and they're playing in the cold, and they're a heavy passing team. Hopefully, if they get the run game going, maybe they have a chance. But I got the Chiefs right there.
It's not happening. I don't think Kansas City's D line is gonna let that slide. I don't think Chris Jones is gonna let that slide.
Mm-hmm.
Tua, he's not gonna be throwing the ball very well. He wasn't even throwing it well when he was in Miami at home, so I don't see him at all throwing the ball in any condition like that. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a pretty dominant performance from the Chiefs, bro.
Okay. And let's get on with the rest of these predictions before I go right into more news. Browns Texans.
I'm gonna go Texans. That's
I'm gonna
I
go
don't want to
with
see Joe Flacco. Yeah.
I'm going with the Texans too. I feel like I want my Ravens prediction to be right, and I know the Browns could come out and beat the Ravens, so I'm
Yeah,
going with the Texans.
it's a trap game if we play the Browns, bro. I don't want to
hmm
see that happen. So
hmm Bro, you saw the Dolphins and Chiefs games on Peacock. Like, bro, I don't have Peacock. I can't watch that,
why? And it's a
bro.
playoff game. What?
hmm All right, versus Rams Lions.
Detroit.
Detroit.
They've been playing some good football. So I'm going Detroit on this one.
Packers Cowboys.
We know what history says, so
Hey, go
I'm
Pack go. The
about to
Pack
put
is back.
about to put a cheese head on
hmm
my head, bro.
hmm And
Yeah.
then Eagles Buccaneers on Monday Night Football.
Uh, this could go either way. The Eagles have been playing pretty bad, bro. Pretty bad, and their head
hmm
coach is not guaranteed a job after this season. His job is really up for grabs, but especially if you lose this game. But I think I'm gonna go with Philly. I think they're gonna pull it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Philly. I would love to hate on Philadelphia. I love to see the sad Eagles fan crying. Oh, why we get the worst with the worst luck? No one really cares about you guys, Eagles fans. But I'm gonna go with the Eagles right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I can't.
Luckily, luckily, Baker Mayfield is hurt. That's the reason that they're not
Mm-hmm.
winning.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, but I almost forgot to mention Mike Vrabel getting fired by the Titans. Your thoughts about that?
Mm, I didn't even hear about that. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I guess another job got to open up. It's another
Hey, like
job opening.
Hey, like my dad say, losers will always find a way to lose, and this is the biggest losing mood. A coach that, due to the GM being absolutely stupid with trades, giving
Mm,
AJ Brown, Kevin Byers away, but trying to get rid of Derrick Henry, bad draft decisions, like from a team they were in 2019 and 2020, being number one in the AFC, being Tom Brady's team, being the MVP Lamar Jackson, putting almost beating the Chiefs in a conference championship game, to now this, and
yeah.
all those players who were key to that team are all gone.
Mm,
First off, I feel bad for DeAndre Hopkins. I don't know why he went to the Titans, but now he's stuck there unless he gets traded. And it wasn't Mike Vrabel's fault. If you watch that team and say it was the head coach's fault, you're stupid. You're dumb. All right.
mm.
It's just a dumb decision, and that's like my dad always say: losers will always find a way to lose, and the Titans
It
are big
it.
losers.
I feel like DeAndre Hopkins should have learned from Julio's mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Derrick Henry is already he has no plan on coming back. You can see the way that
Mm-hmm.
the way that he's acting right now, especially during like the post games and stuff like that. So it's definitely more than just. It's not the head coach. Clearly, it's
Mm-hmm.
definitely management at this point.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm. And then the Washington Commanders firing Ron Rivera after 4 seasons, never had a winning season, but did make the division as an 8-9-1 team. But that's because the AFC East was so bad.
mm,
And this is the coach who I like too. I like what he did with the Panthers. Had a couple of seasons after the Super Bowl. Wasn't really his fault. It was mostly management fault. Come to a dysfunctional franchise with the Commanders. Try to bring the Commanders back, but a lot of bad things happened to that franchise in the past 4 years since 2020. So,
mm.
what do you think is up next for the Commanders and up for Ron Rivera? You think Ron Rivera can still find a head coaching job?
Ron Rivera is going to find a head coaching job, no doubt. Ron Rivera is definitely one of my favorite coaches, especially when he was in Carolina. I think he's a good coach. But when you go to a team like the Commanders, what do you expect?
They got rid of their best two defenders. They have Chase Young and
Mm,
Josh Sweat for literally a bag of chips. Literally gave
you're
them away for a bag of chips.
you're wasting Terry McLaurin's talent.
Mm-hmm.
They have a lot of pieces that they could use that they could win with, but it's just a bad organization all around, bro. And it's
Mm-hmm.
not even Ron Rivera's fault. Um, I think Ron Rivera is a good coach, and he's definitely going to find a job somewhere else. But up
Mm-hmm.
next for the Commanders, what's up next for them? There's no telling. They're probably going to continue to be poot cheeks garbage
Mm-hmm.
as long as that management is still in place and they don't try to change anything. So
Yeah.
it's really up to the management.
But on the brighter side, they did hire former Golden State Warriors GM Bob Myers to help bring this team back to the glory days. So let's see what he does. Let's see if he can pull out the next Steph, Clay, and Draymond. So
Nah, they need to pull out a Sam Presti. They need to hire Sam Presti. That's what they need to hire.
that's the best GM in the league right there. Not
Because
gonna lie.
Bob Myers didn't do all that. That was Mark Jackson.
What about Myers with the GM during the Mark Jackson days?
Yeah, he was.
Mm-hmm. But I'm just making sure I got everything for NFL. Okay, that's all we got. Before we go to the NBA, we haven't talked about college basketball in a while. And the reason why we haven't talked college basketball in a while is because Oklahoma State basketball is terrible. It's not
Mm-hmm.
fun to watch. Like, bro, how we lose? We almost beat Baylor. I was watching that game. We almost beat Baylor, and then
Mm-hmm.
someone on the team had to make some dumb pass. Just dribble the ball, take a simple layup. We're up. But no, let's make a dumb pass, cross course pass, and lose the game. Because Oklahoma State are losers. Oklahoma State basketballs have been losers for the past 7 years under Mike Boyd. I love Mike Boyd, but he's been a loser. His team been losers. I don't care if you bring in these 5 stars, these All Americans. They're not working. Like, you're barely even playing them. First of all, there's no leadership on the team. We have too many guards on the team in the first place. I don't know why we're running with 4 guards and Brandon Garrison.
We the Orlando Magic. What you mean?
Mm-hmm. Like, bro, and the fact that, like, last another week they have to say, "Oh, come here, well, take us for $1." They're desperate. They're really desperate. That's my little rant for the day. But shout out to the girls.
Losers will always find a way to lose.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just be honest, man.
Mm-hmm. But shout out to the girls team, 10-5. They're actually winning.
They doing their thing, man.
They're
Shout
doing
out
their
to
thing. They're
Cowgirls,
doing
bro.
good in recruiting. They're doing good with the transfer. Hey, girl, hey, I'm definitely going to Oklahoma State women's basketball games this year compared to men's basketball games. Like, I can't. I'm still gonna go to that Kansas game on Tuesday. Might cancel it, but hey,
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk in that snow for it. I don't think it's gonna be a line. There's probably not gonna be a line for that game compared to last year.
Hey, I might pop out to that game, man. Actually, on Tuesday,
Mm-hmm.
I might pop out. I forgot we played him on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but let's go into the NBA. Let's go on talking about the Oklahoma City Thunder. A couple years ago, we had the biggest and most embarrassing loss in our franchise history to the Grizzlies.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what? What team I also hate the most? The Trailblazers. I hate the Trailblazers. We're passionate. I hate the Trailblazers fans ever since 2019. So, you know what Shea and other guys did? They all got all of our angers as the Oklahoma City Thunder and start beating on the Trailblazers. Ah, beating on the Trailblazers with a 60-point plus win. What's your thoughts about that game right there? Because that made me happy.
I turned it off when we went up by 40 at halftime, bro.
Bro,
I was like, okay, I know how this is gonna go. You know, Scoot Henderson got the first 5 points of the game. I was like, okay, they might be coming to play today. Then I looked like it was literally like I blinked, and then when I opened up my eyes, it was like 17-5, 17-6. I'm like, when did the Thunder even go on this run? Like, I literally just turned my head for a couple seconds, and we're up already by 11. Like, I was like, okay, this game is about to start getting out of hand. Second quarter rolls around. Okay, we're stretching the lead out. I'm thinking the Blazers are going to make a run. You know, like basketball's a game of runs. Hopefully,
Mm-hmm.
And then third quarter rolls around. I see the score. I say, yeah, okay, it's over with. I turned the game off, so I didn't even watch the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
And
none of our stars played more than 25 minutes in that game. Like, Shea had 30 points by the third quarter.
yeah,
Like, bro, man, I kind
hey.
of wish the Thunder should have ran up that score. Let Shea drop 60 points. Hey, if I was the coach, like, hey, we're not pushing you off the pedal. We're going to get 81 points right there with Shea.
Yeah, I think we could have scored probably a good 180 that game if we wanted to.
Yeah. Hey, but it shows how long we came from 2 years ago from losing to the Grizzlies that bad. It
Mm-hmm.
put a smile to my face. We're currently a game. We're currently tied for the number 1 seed with the Timberwolves. Right. Yeah. No, not. We're a game and a half behind the Timberwolves.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll. Hey, like I never remember when I said this. I don't know if I said on the podcast or I said in the apartment when I said the Thunder is going next year. Going to have a top 4 seed. We're gonna have home court advantage right now. Like I said,
It's definitely on the podcast because I agreed. I said we was gonna be top 5. I said we was gonna be top. we was gonna be top 5. So it's definitely on the podcast. We just need to find it and clip it.
Mm-hmm. Definitely that. But Clippers are now hosting their 2026 All-Star game in their new arena. What's your thoughts about that? Not being trying to separate themselves from being little brother from the LA Lakers.
Mm, they're still little brother. They're still little brother. Yeah, it's gonna be exciting to see though. It's gonna be a fun sight to see. It's gonna be different, I think. So,
Yeah, it's gonna be different. I like their new arena. That's definitely one arena I definitely want to go visit. Having more bathrooms than seats, that's insane. Hey, hopefully the Thunder does that too, because hey, those bathroom lines be long.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, but that's pretty much what I have right now. I don't know why Shea's not number one for MVP. Is rigged, but as what it is. Shea and Luka should really be 1 and 2. You can switch wherever one you want to be. They should really be 1 and 2, not Jokic and Joel.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. They're not NBA. They're not gonna let you hit. So I don't know why they have them 1 and 2. But hey, don't forget to vote. All-Star voting day today was now it's over. It's midnight right now. It was triple voting day. I was. Let me tell you who I voted. It was unbiased. Unbiased right here. First with the East. So I voted Joel, Giannis, Tatum, Tyrese Maxey, and Tyrese Halliburton. And then with the
Solid.
West, so gotta vote for the MVP, Shea. All right, vote with Shea for the MVP. And then I'm like, you know what? Let's both vote for the best rookie. So I voted Chet. And then I'm like, I gotta vote for one of my favorite players. So I'm like, no, let's vote Jalen Williams. So I voted
Okay.
Jalen Williams. All
Okay.
right. And then I gotta vote for the best perimeter defender because you need defense in the All-Star game. So I
Fact.
voted Lou Dort in there too. And then I gotta vote for the best shooter in the league. And who's the best shooter in the league?
Isaiah Joe,
Isaiah
man.
Joe.
Isaiah
Exactly.
Joe.
That's the perfect All-Star game. Those would be the
Hey,
starters right there.
that's the starters right there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I will take the Oklahoma City starting 5 plus Isaiah Joe coming off the bench versus anybody in the East. You could pair up, Giannis, Joel, Dame Lillard,
Mm-hmm.
put Jimmy Butler, Jason Tatum, anybody that you want in the East, put them all in one team, and I bet the Oklahoma City Thunder will still win.
Win by 50. No bias.
Win by 50.
All right, but you want to say show some people we head out?
Yes, sir. Not J Dot. Ooh. Not J. Jack on Instagram and the real J Jack _ on Twitter or X.
Primetime.cf on every single platform. I should really start YouTube. I'm thinking about starting YouTube actually.
Oh
So
yeah.
look out for that.
Okay, and let's start it then.
Mm-hmm. And then listen to the podcast on every single platform. We're on TikTok, we're on Instagram, we're on YouTube, we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, anything you listen to podcasts on. Show some love. Road to 50,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
Let's get that.
Let's get a milli. A milli.
Mm-hmm.
We want a meal, man.
All right. We see y'all later. Have a great day.
Yes, sir.